Out the Wazoo, episode 155. We're back in the studio. I'm Jake. That's Ryan. What's up, brother?
Yo, I'm Ryan. That's Jake.
I said that.
Mr. Marinara, Bird Boy, Big Nose and Big Dick coming with you. Episode 155. We're back, baby. We spent a little time on vacay. And then when I came back, we spent some more time.
You spent some time on vacay,
We spent some more time.
I've been working.
Doing some vacay.
I've been working, dude.
Yeah.
Now, ever since you've been back, right, the Instagram account has been like this. It's a drought.
Yeah. It's like California in August.
It's very dry.
Yeah, it's dangerously dry.
But you know what happens when it gets dangerously dry?
What?
A spark sets a fire.
Yeah, that's right.
So, I mean, if you think about it, when you give the laptop back to me, I'm going to set it on fire.
Yeah, no. Well, we're not going to do that, right? Because it's not the laptop, right? It's the person using the laptop.
Well, you're in training right now, right? And I'm teaching you how to do stuff.
No, I don't think so. And on episode 155, we are here to talk about some crazy shit that happened this week.
Dude, you're such a radio host right now.
I'm just saying.
Just talk to me, dude.
No. I'm just saying.
Bro, I'm right here.
Yeah, I'm talking to our Wazoopials.
They're watching so that they want to see us talk to each other, bro. And what's crazy is that they want to be ignored, bro. They don't want they want to sit back behind their phone, right? They're laying in bed right now.
Like this.
And they don't want to be acknowledged. They want to watch two guys, admittedly white, discuss hip hop,
allegedly,
which is a very culturally rich and deep topic. That's what they want, dude. They want two guys who know really nothing what they're talking about, talking about it as if they know what they're talking about.
But we got chains on. So
Mine's
that's
turning
half the battle.
silver, dude.
Yours is turning silver.
My neck isn't green.
Bro, my shit's still as beautiful as the day I saw in that Kohl's glass banquet I seen, dude.
Do you shower with it on?
Yes.
Do you do shampoo? Oh, you don't really do shampoo.
Yeah, I haven't shampooed my hair in I would say since Sunday.
It's like a new sensation that's sweeping the nation. It's like a new cool thing. Wash your hair.
I've always done that. I wash it with soap and I wash soap every day. I do soap every day. Actually, I wash my body every day.
Well, don't lie.
But shampoo though, I wash my hair with shampoo maybe twice a week. I don't do it every day.
Your hair isn't built for it, bro. I just got to think back to my ancestors, and they
were all bald.
Did they have Head and Shoulders?
No.
How about Pantene?
They were getting decapitated
Pro
at the Head
V.
and Shoulders.
They were back in the olden days.
Well, the thing is they never got old enough to lose hair, right? They just got to their mid-30s and then died.
I just found out I'm a small portion Native American.
No, you're not.
Swear on my Cherokee nuts.
Hey, man,
dude.
ask for a refund for your student loans.
I could probably retroactively. Those fucks stole our land and now they stole my money.
Yeah, about that.
More about it.
Sorry.
That's all good, dude. Let's talk about real shit, huh? Let's talk about hip hop. Let's talk about the stuff that is of content this week.
Fuck, dude.
Starting with your boy, Young Thug
and Gunna. Don't forget the Slimers.
Yeah, what do you think about that?
Well, to our Wazoopials who don't know what we're talking about, they just got charged for having
with
possession.
Being super cool.
We'll leave it at that. They just got charged federally for being really cool. And
for being dope as fuck.
It's crazy because it was bound to happen. And a part of me laughs because I can't help but think of the Key and Peele skit where the rapper, he's in an interrogation room. And he's being interrogated by this cop. And the cop is like, so you need to admit that you killed this guy. And the rapper's like real standoffish. And he's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't want to say nothing. And the interrogator's like, all right, well, we figured you'd be this way. So we're going to play a song that you made the night before this alleged person was murdered by you. And they play the song.
That's right, I did it.
He's like, I'm Darnell Rollins, and I killed him in his sleep. I dumped him in the river. And they play it and the rapper's like, that's not me. But
Young Thug
it just goes along and it's obvious that it's him. And it's like they're making all these songs about killing when, you know, sometimes it's fine because, like, you know, you may not know if it's true or not. Like, they could just be, like, flexing for no reason and lying.
And normally they are. And the album that we're reviewing tonight is a lot of that.
Yeah. But where they're flexing it at, where there's a lot of murders happening, is, like, a red flag.
It's the same thing that happened to Bobby Shmurd when he got booked for catching a body about a week ago.
Right.
And other etc. lyrics. But I don't think that this time they caught him on lyrics. I think that this time it was pretty a lot of facts.
Yeah.
And
it's crazy. Like, I know the article that you sent,
it's right here.
It was
Young Thug accused of being founder, leader of Young Slime Life gang.
Well, that was always known, right?
And it was arrested in Atlanta.
Everybody always knew he was a part of, and who were not a part of. He was a leader of a gang.
Well, it says the popular rapper Young Thug was arrested in Atlanta on Monday and faces a slew of accusations from Fulton County's district attorney, including that he was allegedly founder and active leader of the violent YSL street gang. Now, YSL, that's not really an accusation because we literally reviewed an album on this podcast called YSL Life.
Yeah.
They called it Young Stoner Life, but Young Slime Life, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Young Slime Life it's pretty close, right? Like, you can't call yourself YSL Young Stoner Life and be like, but we're not Young Slime Life.
But you know what? It's gang wars. So, like, there's YSL. And then there's a different, like,
YFN which is a fucking
also
sounds like a radio station, huh?
And
80+ page indictment, dude. Who wrote 80 pages?
Dude, they must have had all this shit for so long, and they're just waiting to just book these motherfuckers.
Says charges both Young Thug and rapper Gunna with gang-related crimes, including more than 25 others who have allegedly participated in YSL gang activity. I know that the main thing that they called him on was, like, supposedly there was a murder in Atlanta that set off a chain of gang violence.
Yeah.
And the original murder was a drive-by shooting in which the car used for the shooting was rented by Young Thug. So I guess he's got, like, an enterprise account or something.
You know why they probably have 80 pages? On the same article, a little further down, they said that as this investigation was going on, none of these people who were already indicted and put into prison, they didn't realize that the phones that they were being given were bugged by investigators. So everything that they were talking about in jail, they had the text messages.
Well, we do the same thing, like, with our FBI agents who watch our video. Like, I'm still stroking it.
Right.
Like, I know he's watching, but I don't care.
Yeah.
Mostly because I'm not doing anything illegal.
Right.
If I was, like, jerking off and, like, holding up a bank, I think that I'd probably be a little bit more restrained about it. But I'm not.
It's crazy because, like, with who was the guy? Fucking Pooh Shiesty posting
Free Shice Life, dude.
No, not Free Shiesty.
Free Shice Life, dude.
Keep him in there.
Come on, bro.
To be honest, keep him in there, dude. Bro.
Join this Free Shice Life.
He robbed a dude, and then
that dude was a pussy, dude.
And then he posted the money he stole on his Instagram.
What else are you gonna do with it, dude?
Dude, you don't need to.
You're not gonna put it in your Wells Fargo account.
Biggie said it the best. I think Biggie said this. I could be a complete asshole if I quote this and it's not Biggie, but he says,
I know where you're going.
Real G's move in silence like lasagna.
I don't know.
No, that's Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne said that, but it might go back further than him. I thought you were going to go, so on the 10 crack commandments, Benny the Butcher put up 10 more commandments.
Yes, which is a banger.
And he said, this one, he said, ain't no bragging or boasting. Rule number 15, no social media posting.
I mean, you heard it. You heard it here first.
And that's true because we had a whole epidemic of, like, these stupid little young rappers posting their crimes online.
And
the police are getting sturdy with it. and doing the fucking this thing. Remember that dance?
The fucking it's like that
I can't
Pop
be your
Smoke
man.
song.
Fuck it, she a fucking fan. Whatever that song is, and then they do this.
Yeah.
I saw a kid playing basketball up the street. No. Okay. Yeah.
When he's like an old British guy.
That's the remix.
Yeah.
I seen a kid up the street playing basketball, shirtless, and he fucking sunk.
Why you looking?
I was walking my dog.
Okay.
And he was pretty hot. No, just kidding. That was way fucked up. But he sunk a 3, and then he went. He did the shit on the street, right?
Right.
Side note: I also saw a teen kid from the high school across the street fist fighting the telephone pole.
What?
Got on God's honest truth, bro. This telephone pole right here caught smoke about 4 hours ago.
No.
Kid was doing head bobs too, like the pole was gonna throw back.
Maybe he's practicing for a fight tomorrow. It's Friday.
Wow, do they even do fights like that anymore? Like
dude,
tomorrow at 3, dude. Hey, dude.
Meet me in the parking lot, or your ass is mine.
Hey, loser. Tomorrow, parking lot, 3 p.m.
There was a video I seen,
there.
kind of off topic, but there was a video I seen with these kids. It was like, bring your blicky to school day.
I saw that shit.
And all these
kids
had these book bags of fucking guns, and there's a kid with like, it looked like an AK.
Blicky to school day. Hey, we had book fair, dude.
We had the Scholastic Book Fair.
They got Blick Fair.
They got Blick Fair, baby.
Scholastic Blick Fair.
They got World War III Day.
They got Red Rover. Bring your AR-15 on over. And they did. They had like a Uzi. I remember he had like a little Milano.
Dude, it had the drum barrel, bro.
Dude, how you gonna be 16 with a drum barrel? How do you find that?
I don't know.
Anyway, let's read more about this.
So yeah, so they're pretty much fucked right now, and they just
I can't see behind the fucking camera, dude.
They just got more indictments following their house raid that Young Thug just got charged.
So he's Young Thug charged with participation in criminal gang activity. He's an organizer, supervisor, or other position of management and leadership. Well, yeah, he's a good manager.
Oh, this is the guy who I think was the first one to die that like sparked that powder keg. It was YFN Lucci.
I don't know if he's dead. I think that Young Thug wanted him dead. But
one section of the indictment says 2 other gang members accused of attempt to murder rapper YFN Lucci had to get permission from Young Thug to kill Rayshawn Bennett. YFN Lucci.
So maybe he did die, and Thug was the one behind
it. It seems to me like it was a premeditated murder that happened a few years ago.
Hey Thug, should we Hey Thug, Mr. Thug, can we, Mr. Williams, can we murder YFN Lucci? Yeah, slide, yeah. Just that's how he said yes.
In the studio.
That's how he gives the order. Come on, God, his shit has been so trash lately too. I'm not any like for sending anybody away to prison for like a super long time. I mean, obviously, these dudes are in some deeper shit than just like the trenches, the quote unquote trenches. Like this isn't something that's like petty shit to survive. Like these guys are so well established now, and granted, you never fully escape the street. Like you don't always escape the street violence. Like just because you get big and famous and successful does not mean that you suddenly can cut ties with the streets. Like
right, like Lil Durk. Look at him.
I mean, anybody. I mean, Pooh Ice. Anybody. I mean, come on, bro. We got tons of rappers who are getting killed. Tons of rappers going to prison. I saw Rod Wave is under investigation for beating the shit out of his girlfriend.
And choking
her. So like hip hop right now is hurting, right? And that being said, this seems like higher level crime. This is organized crime. This isn't like petty shit that follows you and like you're still trying to get your feet under you because you just got famous. Like Thug has been making waves for like a decade almost, since like 2012. Gunna has probably been big in the last like 5 years.
Yeah.
And then, YSL just getting big this year. So maybe there's people in the organization that are still kind of like being chased by like the monster that is street violence. But Young Thug, come on, bro. Like,
but you
you
see
are a fucking
the murder of this guy YFN Lucci. This happened like a few years ago, like more than 5 years ago.
And it's just because they've been getting evidence.
And they've been getting evidence,
They're
but like
so fucked,
the
dude.
murder happened so long ago, and nothing was really done about it. And like
he's going away.
And like now they're looking into it,
Yeah.
and they're realizing that this
I'm
investigation
getting hit from the back.
is so easy to do because they're practically posting and singing about it.
And you know what is even more interesting is that we're talking about Young Thug and Gunna, who wear dresses to the Met Gala.
They wore dresses?
They wear dresses out. And it's like a plaid dress with painted toenails. Bro, come on. You ain't committing murder with painted fingernails, dude.
Dude, if you die by someone shooting at you with some
you getting
floral...
stomped by some Louboutins with pink toenails. Big scraggly ass foot.
I mean,
Young
talk
Thug,
about
think about
disrespectful.
How scraggly Gunna's foot is.
Talk about disrespectful.
I mean, it's absolute the highest level. Maybe that's why they're doing it. Like, I'm going to be borderline gay.
Right.
And then I'm going to murder you. And you're going to feel so bad about it.
Yeah.
As if, you know,
well, he's not going to feel
wasn't
bad
the
because that
part.
guy's going to be dead. But everybody
Fair
who
enough.
is grieving that guy is going to be like, wow, we need to step our game up.
He just got...
And they're just...
Hey, Lucci
they're
got
just
murked by a guy with fucking anklets
they're
on.
blow banging each other in the fucking slime streets.
Oh this is fucked up because this is real crime and real murder and shit and real people's lives. But if you get curb stomped and you hear the jingle of anklets, like you need to reevaluate how hard and street worthy
if you're
you
getting
are.
curb stomped and the guy curb stomping you has toe rings on, you got to get out of there.
It's
quick.
just not a good situation, dude. It's really not a good situation. And like, look, man, again, I don't really want Thug and Gunna to go away, but this seems like higher level shit than just petty,
I think
uneducated street crime.
At this point, this is what's continuing that cycle of violence in rap. Like trap and like that hard rap shit, it doesn't have to all be about violent shit. Like,
nah, dude, keep talking about that, 'cause that's a good point.
Like, look at St. John. Look at JID. Look at J. Cole.
Triple Boy.
Look at Kendrick Lamar.
Quadruple.
These are people who
KDOT.
do implement
Let's talk about KDOT.
the type of violence they grew up in. But they also talk about growth. They also talk about moving past it.
They struggle.
They talk about how they're doing now and like how they've distanced or how they're trying to distance themselves from it no matter like how hard it is. Because like that's the ultimate goal, I would say, overall of like someone who lives in the hood or the ghetto is to get out of the hood and to get a new life where you can live a normal life, quote unquote.
And like that might be your original goal, but none of us know the pressures of stardom, especially these rappers who get super famous and huge off of one song or one project, and then they're all of a sudden, bro, you had this life. Like if you just blew up tomorrow, like you released,
I blew up. Damn.
You release, Short Guy Styles mixtape.
Oh, we're getting real disrespectful.
Slicked Back Shorty,
right?
The mixtape.
Shawty.
Slick Back Shawty, the mixtape, and
right.
It's featuring you, and you're just on the cover, and you got a chef's hat on,
mm-hmm.
2 fucking spatulas and a ratatouille up your head.
Right.
That's your mixtape,
mm-hmm.
and it blows up, right? And you all of a sudden they're like, "Hey, album deal, first album blows up." Of course it does, because you're you. People like you.
Mm-hmm.
You would then be immediately faced with the decision of, do I still hang out with Birdbeak me?
Right.
That's me.
Mm-hmm.
And you would probably want to because you feel a moral obligation to do that. But now your life has changed a lot. Mm-hmm. For better or for worse, bro. Like you got stacks now.
Right.
Not saying you don't have them right now, but
right.
in this hypothetical, you have more stacks.
I have more stacks than previously acquired.
And let's say I do petty shit.
Right.
I like to fucking rob lollipops from the 7-Eleven, right? Who doesn't? Now you're faced with, when you come home, you want to hang out with me.
We are staying on top of the story of
how
popular
about
rapper Young
shut
Thug
up?
with the 20.
How does that happen?
I don't know. I seen something like Flash, but
the point being is that it's a struggle when an artist goes out of the hood, because the hood never. Kendrick Lamar said it on "To Pimp a Butterfly." Dude, you can take the homie out the hood, but you can't take the hood out the homie.
Right.
It's that simple. It's that simple.
Yeah.
And now,
speaking of Kendrick Lamar,
yeah, we should transition right into it. Hey, R.I.P. Thug and Gunna. We're gonna love you forever, probably, but still, like, that first day out though, gonna be pretty slick.
I mean, they are gonna drop some slime. They're gonna drop some slime jail shit.
It's gonna be some slick shit.
It's gonna be. We're waiting for it.
Looking forward to it. Let's talk about Kendrick Lamar, because this has been a huge week for KDOT.
It dropped on fucking Mother's Day.
On Mother's Day. Now, this is in anticipation of, on Oklahoma.com, we've got Kendrick Lamar has been silently uploading little bits and pieces. He uploaded the original letter, which I kind of want to read, because we never got a chance to fully read that thing. I don't know where my phone is, but whatever. Do you have your phone?
I mean, isn't your phone the one recording?
Oh, it's the camera. Do you have your phone on you?
Yes.
Pull up Oklahoma.com for me, and
let's pull up Oklahoma.com
and open up the original letter that he posted, because this is an episode that's going to be posted after Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers drops, which is Kendrick Lamar's highly anticipated 4th studio album.
And you
that
thoughts?
One. So this is what was posted back in like February or March or something. He posted a letter on Oklahoma.com.
August 20th.
August 20th. Sorry. So what is that? That's fucking 7 months ago at this point. Yeah. Go ahead and read that top to bottom. Everyone just listen so that we can read what this says.
From Oklahoma. I spend most of my days with fleeting thoughts, writing, listening, and collecting old beach cruisers. The morning rides keep me on a hill of silence. I go months without a phone. Love, loss, and grief have disturbed my comfort zone, but the glimmers of God speak through my music and family. While the world around me evolves, I reflect on what matters the most, the life in which my world will land next. As I produce my final TDE album, I feel joy to have been a part of such a cultural imprint after 17 years. The struggles, the success, and most importantly, the brotherhood. May the Most High continue to use Top Dog as a vessel for candid creators, as I continue to pursue my life's calling. There's beauty in completion and always faith in the unknown. Thank you for keeping me in your thoughts. I've prayed for you all. See you soon enough, Oklahoma.
So that appears online. People go nuts. First thing we've heard from Kendrick Lamar since essentially, damn.
Yeah.
Besides guest features on
Baby Keem.
2 Chainz album, Baby Keem. So we get that letter, and over time, that website, Oklahoma.com, gets new tidbits. So one more tidbit popped up like a month ago that announced the release of the album. And it says, album incoming, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, release date, May 13th, tomorrow. Friday the 13th, great day to drop an album. I'm sure there's more significance to it than that. I mean, Kendrick thinks about everything. He then posted a picture of his hand holding the master copy of the album, letting everybody know that it was done. And then most recently, yesterday, I believe, he posts what is expected to be the cover art. So we have it up on the screen here, but basically what we have is a picture of Kendrick holding his daughter, I believe. He's facing away from the camera. In front of him is a bed with messy sheets, and sitting on the bed is his wife, Whitney, and their newborn son, who is unnamed. We don't know the name of the kids, so because Kendrick's very private.
But you see Kendrick's back, and what you see is that he's hiding the gun that's tucked away behind his right cheek.
So right,
over
so
top of the
so that's the main image. So on top of the main image is the gun tucked into his waistband, and then he's wearing a crown of thorns.
Yes.
Now, what's important about the crown of thorns is that it is iced out. It's gold and diamonds all the way around. Diamond, briars, and then gold thorns.
Something that caught my attention, though, is that the back wall, right, it's painted brown, but there are splotches of, like, caulk covering the wall and drywall.
Well, you're not the only one.
And that makes me think of bullet holes.
Yeah. That's what a lot of people are saying. So this is like, there's so much to think about. And even further, if you can see, dude, on his daughter's anklet is a gold bracelet. And hanging from the bracelet is one of the thorns from his crown. So somebody on Hip Hop Heads broke that down and said, like, if it's a thorn, there's a Bible passage that says something like, it's like a Yoda saying. It's like, difficult it will be for you to kick against these thorns. Something like that. And so there's a whole implication behind all this imagery, you know, the like regality and glamour of the iced out thing of thorns. Like, he's a savior, right? He's putting the fucking something on his back. He's suffering for his people, but it's iced out. So is the fact that it's iced out, is that the suffering that he's doing, the sacrifice he's made? Because Jesus wore a crown of thorns when he was walking or carrying the cross, right?
Right.
And he was bleeding, it was cutting into his head, and it was like he did that for his people and his believers. Kendrick is wearing it now because he is like that. He is a martyr. He sees himself as a martyr for his people,
right? Which
is, I think, you know, the black community, African American, minority, but also I don't really constrain his message to that. It's to everybody. Like, it includes you and I, despite my pasty complexion.
Right. Hey, you're definitely at the bottom of the totem pole, right? Like, I'm somewhere like a quarter up.
You're definitely darker than me, right?
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah,
but like culturally integrated. Like, did you listen to Dissect?
I don't have Spotify. I guess that puts me at the bottom.
But so you pointed out the back wall is brown and it has white spackle patches over random damage in the wall. Now, first off, I thought fists. I thought punching walls.
Right.
Because Kendrick on Mother's Day released The Heart Part 5.
Yes.
The 5th installment of his The Heart series, which when Kendrick drops a new Heart part, it's Kenny season. Right. Like, shit's about to go down.
It's no longer Hardaway season.
That's thank you for bringing that up, dude. It is in the close of Hardaway season in the books. It's KDOT season.
Yes.
Heart Part 5, dude, we could talk about that for fucking hours. The lyrics, the imagery that was released in the video with it.
Right. But what makes me think about him spackling those holes up, if they were either from fists or from the gun, right? They both seem like a sign or symbol of struggle, but because he's patching them up, maybe that means he's moving past it and like recovering from.
He's managing.
He's
a family man. He's taking care of his family. He's got his kid. His partner Whitney has the other kid. He's got the gun tucked in his belt because you got to stay ready. Right. Either he's ready and he's expecting something, right? Because he's looking out to the right, toward like an open window or something, right? And he almost looks like he's on watch. You know what I mean? Like he's looking out for something. He's got the gun in the back pocket in case something wants to pop off. The imagery of the crown, the diamonds is very interesting, the dynamic, but also the dynamic between the crown and the setting. Yeah. Where it seems to be like in squalor, like in a shitty apartment. Yeah. Like you said, bullet holes in the wall, brown walls, messy bed.
I mean, the bed, it looks super thin. Definitely they don't have my pillows.
They would not.
They have the external heater, the heater.
It's a radiator.
Radiator, whatever the fuck.
Which I have.
It radiates heat, right? So it's called a heater.
There's even imagery to be discussed in the choice of the colors.
Well, I think that's too. I think when we get into
about this.
Okay.
It's brown wall.
Okay.
Bullet holes in it.
Right.
White spackle. So the brown wall is damaged and patched with white. The white ceiling is flawless, undamaged, above the brown.
Well, who shoots at the ceiling?
I think that's you're getting beyond the message there.
Okay, so
now, I don't want to read into it too much, right?
Right.
Because I don't want to be that guy. But right now I'm that guy.
Okay, I can see where you're going with it, and it's because you think that.
Why not pull it up?
What?
You see on there where the where the window capture is? You see that anywhere on here?
No.
Display screen. There we go, right there. I can't see shit, dude. I'm fucking blind.
Let's pull this up.
All right, so there's that. Let's
have these Wazoo Beals analyzed.
Oh, it's not gonna show the right one. Man, this fucking blows. This is Growing Pains, ladies and gents. Can't get it on the other screen. Major growing pains.
This is a major key alert, actually.
This is a major pain in my cock. There it is.
Look at that.
Okay, so there's the image that we've been talking about. This is what we've been talking about. So this whole time, we probably should have had it up, but fuck me, right? So there's a lot to read into, I think, and it is Kendrick. Everything is a decision. Everything is a conscious choice. He's not this like willy-nilly Young Thug Gunna type.
Right. I think that you're more of like a substitute teacher right now when it comes to colors. Like when you're reading about poems and shit and some, stories and whatever, they say the drapes are blue and the blue symbolizes depression and the somber mood. And, then it's like, well, but they could just also be blue,
It very well could be that. It doesn't have to go as far as the white, the black, but come on, bro. Everything about Kendrick is deeply steeped in racial tension, the plight of the black American. Like,
you are right. And if we're going that in depth on this photo, I can agree that yes, the majority of the wall is brown and it is damaged, and the upper, like, I guess the crown molding of the wall, white, undamaged.
But what do you think? You sound crazy.
Right, because like when I say it, it doesn't sound like it's there, right?
I think you're thinking way too far into this.
Oh, okay. So you don't think the wall with the holes represents the struggles.
My mother was a crack whore.
I need dope. I need heroin.
Diphtheria. Let me do a line off your ass.
I don't know.
I think was a commentary.
I think the color of the walls, it could be passed off as something, but I don't know. But I think we could go forever. There's a focus on why there are patches in the wall.
Probably. I mean, it's definitely, at least at the very minimum, it's bullet holes to help set the scenery.
Yeah.
Of a rich, successful man in America, a martyr, a self-proclaimed leader,
a father,
a caretaker, a provider,
a friend,
a philosopher,
a lover.
I mean, does Kendrick have a hat store? Because he's wearing a lot of hats in this picture. And you put that guy in this setting and you wonder, why are you in that setting?
Right.
Now, before this, Hard Part 5 came out. And Hard Part 5, he expresses basically through the lens of 5 different black icons in America. OJ, Kanye, Jussie Smollett, Will Smith,
Nipsey Hussle,
Kobe, and Nipsey Hussle. And himself. So 7 black icons in America.
Mm-hmm.
And for good or for bad, right? Like Jussie Smollett's in there for...
I don't know why he's in there.
Bad reason. Well, this is my idea behind Hard Part 5, bro. He's rapping about... Through the lyrics, he's telling a story, I think, about himself. But he's using the stories of these people to relate their experience.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think it's trying to get the point across that, like, these people are more than the thing that you made them, that the media made them.
Mm.
OJ tried and acquitted for the murder of his wife. Kanye, a bipolar, crazy egomaniac narcissist. Jussie Smollett, a failed black activist liar.
Yeah. Nipsey Hussle,
a community leader and martyr similar to Kendrick.
Murdered.
Kobe, a black athlete, star, icon, role model for hundreds of millions of people. Mm-hmm. And then what was the last one? You missed one. Will Smith.
Will Smith.
A beloved actor, American idol.
Gone bad.
Turned bad. Turned sour.
Yeah.
Made a boo-boo. Mm-hmm. And I think that the point of the video was, and the point of the song really, the video is supposed to accompany the lyrics of the song, but the point being, this is the black experience, and it actually stretches to more than being black, but to iconize these people, like they do one thing and they become that. Like you think of Kanye, you think of that crazy black rapper.
Right.
Or just that crazy rapper.
Mm-hmm.
Sue me.
Me.
I've been really focused on race this week because of how much I've been looking into Kendrick's stuff and all that. But I think
but you can't blame everybody for thinking OJ's a murderer because almost everybody thinks he did.
I mean, it's very interesting. I mean, a lot of people are upset. A lot of people in the African American community are upset that people, when you say Michael Jackson, you think pedophile.
Right.
He was acquitted of those charges.
Mm-hmm.
But the idea behind it is that because he's black, we don't forget, because we're dehumanizing these people based on their actions.
Right.
OJ is a murderer. He was technically acquitted of murder. You know, who else? But you are right. This doesn't just apply to black people, because think about Brock Turner, that douchey college kid.
Yeah. Who
got acquitted of rape. When he definitely raped her.
Yeah. Ted Bundy. I mean, I don't know
he
if
didn't
he was
get
acquitted.
No. he was way guilty.
I'm just thinking of like a crazy white guy.
Way guilty.
Bernie Madoff.
Sure, Bernie Madoff. He's a scammer.
Yeah.
And I think a scammer always.
Yeah.
And I don't know if maybe his point being that like it's easier for white Americans, or really just Americans, to dehumanize black Americans. Maybe that was his point, and like to show you that these people are
still people.
And to do it on top of a Marvin Gaye sample, come on, dude. Like, if this album is gonna be Marvin Gaye samples, dude,
I mean,
tomorrow's a wash.
Right.
I'm laying in bed all day,
right,
just listening on repeat, eating cereal, because I don't know what I'm gonna do, bro. This album I'm super excited for this.
When is it supposed to drop?
I've kind of just like donkey stampeded you right there with all my words. Is there anything you wanted to say that I just cut you off?
No, I mean, you hit the nail on the head.
That's racist.
You pinned the nail on the donkey.
Hey man, I've been playing since I was a baby. Hang on, it's my banker calling.
What did he say?
Hang on. Yeah.
Tell me what he said.
Yeah. Just give me a second. No, I'm on a podcast, but it's fine.
No, but tell me what he said. Hold on.
Just give me a minute. Another million. That's great.
Another?
Yeah.
Tell him he's got. Tell him he's got to make another account.
Okay, we'll talk later.
Tell him he's got to make another account.
See you later. Okay, no, that was my banker. Do you want to know what he said?
No. I think I got it.
What? You were listening?
Yeah. Like, you talk really loud.
He said another million. Dude.
Right. But I'm saying our other account already has a few million in there, and we need another account to put the other million in there.
I'll call him back. Okay, can we just get on with the show?
You took the call.
Yeah, I'm important. Let's go to our break.
Okay.
And then let's talk about our albums.
Speaking of which, we should redo the Acorn ad sometime like next week.
Let's do it right now.
Well, I procrastinate. I wasn't actually ready for that. What's up, Wazoo Peels? This is the Acorn ad. I mean Anchor ad, right? Because you all have Anchor.fm. It's an app that you can use. And if you haven't heard about it, it's on Spotify. It's the easiest way to make a podcast if you're looking to make one for yourself, like your boys. Okay? It has everything you need just in one place. Anchor has tools that allows you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone. You can do it on the road. You can do it making a chocolate eclair on the toilet.
That's dirty.
It's real dirty. But it gets the job done.
You can use Anchor to record on your phone or your computer, and when hosting on Anchor, you can distribute your podcast on any listening platform like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and more. It's everything you need to make a podcast all in one place. And best of all, totally free.
It's free.
Totally free.
Did I just get the chocolate bar from Willy Wonka?
Oh, it's fucking free, dude.
Hey, that's the golden ticket, bro.
Golden ticket, dude. Call me an Oompa Loompa. Look, download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started right now. Anchor, just do it.
Just do it.
Because I want to give my best possible review of I Never Liked You by Future.
Mm-hmm.
Because I listened to Dissect. And now I'm a different person.
Right.
I review things differently now because of Cole Kushner.
So, do you have a different opinion about Future's newest album?
So, I tried. I tried really hard. And I do have, there is some depth there, but it ain't deep, right? Ankle deep.
Mm-hmm.
Just getting your toes wet.
Here's a hot take, right? And this is something I kind of come out with out of the blue. Sometimes you and third guy sometimes are taken off guard when I say this. I think Future is a feature artist.
You think a lot of people are feature?
Yes.
Future
is a feature artist.
His name should be Feature.
Right.
Feature. That was good. That sounded just
that was like Rick Ross.
Feature.
You sound like
Pluto.
You sound like you may have thyroid cancer.
Future. He's done so much lean, he probably has thyroid cancer.
I think when it comes to albums, I mean, because look at the album he made with Drake, right? It was
What a time to be alive.
It was a time to be alive.
Such a good album.
Such a great album, but also it wasn't just him on this album trying to create something. It was him and Drake who had an idea together, and they made something work.
And they had chemistry.
They had chemistry, which, was the cherry on top. But I think with Future's newest album that just recently dropped, I am a fan of Future. Love.
Yeah, why not?
But it's just some of the songs on there just, I don't know. I feel like I expect more from someone like Future because I think he's like A-list.
I think so too. He portrays himself as top of the rap game. Name one banger Future song.
Solitaires.
With just Future.
Oh.
Solitaires is with Travis Scott. Maybe March Madness.
Wow.
But even March Madness doesn't go hard anymore, if you ask me.
Mm-hmm.
It went hard when it came out.
Yeah.
But times are changing. And now
Do you think his auto tune is like? I don't think his auto tune's getting.
He does auto tune. I thought he just sounded that good.
No,
I thought his throat was just coated with so much
lean,
so much promethazine.
Yeah,
that is the vocal cords coming out were just coated in purpley goodness.
I don't know, dude. It's just I don't know. Just certain things are getting redundant for me, and I think I just need like another fresh, move into a different direction in rap. Because right now, listening to Future, like I couldn't even tell you a song that I liked off the album.
Off of this album?
Off this album.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Oh, that's straight Cap.
Is that Cap?
That's straight Cap. That's Captain Crunch.
Because
there's not one song that you kind of vibed with a little bit?
I mean, I did, but I don't even remember the song that I vibed to.
So, pull up on your phone, please, the song list so that we cannot miss anything here. But I will break down, to my knowledge and understanding, I Never Liked You by Future. His most I think it's his like 10th studio album. This guy has been going cuckoo with the bars since like 2008. So, album cover, Future in a purple suit in the back of what looks like a Rolls Royce with
the nightcap.
What is this called?
It's a night.
Sleepy. It's his sleepy eyes.
That's sleepy eyes.
I don't know what you call it, dude. What is the thing called? A sleeper mask. A mask.
Yeah, a sleeper mask.
Bro, he's masked up.
No. A mask goes over your face.
No, a sleeping mask. I'm telling you, look it up. It's called a sleeping mask. Anyway, it's like purple satin and it's over his eyes.
Yeah.
Baller as shit. And he used to sleep like this.
It is the album art is baller.
In the back of his Rolls Royce, getting driven somewhere, presumably.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the album starts with 7:12 p.m.
Correct.
And it starts with a very familiar sample, which was on another song that I had in my playlist called Kill Jill, which is by, I think, Big Boy featuring Killer Mike. And it's got this little Asian... Why do you know because that? I'm telling you, I've had that has been in my head for a long time, ever since I heard it the first time. And that sample's another like older, actually like Asian origin song. But 7:12 p.m. comes in heavy, dude. And 7:12 p.m. is Future establishing how much of a fucking boss he is. He's right off the bat ruthless Future, like fucking hoes. He's back on drugs. Yeah. Like for a while I think he was clean, but now he's back on ecstasy and Molly. Right. He's drinking. He has cars. He's got money. He don't give a fuck. He'll still kill somebody. Like he's right off the bat, like all these things. Like I'm still with it. Right. And then right after that song,
good role model.
He's got I'm that N-word.
Right.
Which is the next one, which is just like, again, like he's just saying, I'm that N-word, bro. Like, you ain't fucking with me, dog. I got status. Like, you never fuck with me. It's a very angry start to the album. It's very aggressive. That goes into the Kanye track, I think. Keep It Burning.
Let's see. Keep It Burning, Kanye West.
With Kanye, right? So that originally was supposed to be on Donda 2. Keep It Burning. And if you listen to it with that in mind, it sounds more like a Kanye song than a Future song, if you ask me. I liked it. I liked Kanye's verse. It solidified for me why Kanye is still talented, because you listen to Future rap about just like ethereally being a monster and killing motherfuckers and fucking hoes and doing drugs. But you listen to Kanye tell one bar and you hang on to every word. And it's very recognizable what he says. Talks about running for president in 2024. So we're gonna get Ye featuring, whoever.
And he was talking about how when he does that, Kim is gonna be back on his side.
We don't even know if it's talking about Kim anymore. I think he's just saying like, I bet you when I run, my spouse gonna be with me. Because, and I did some reading, Kim, despite her husband being a candidate, voted for Biden.
No way.
So she didn't even vote for Kanye. When Biden won, Kim was like, dope. Kanye felt betrayed. Right. So he's still burnt from that shit, bro. And now she's fucking around with Skeet. Right. Davidson.
But you know what? I did see a post today, right? And not to get too off tangent with
go ahead.
This is Future's album.
Hit me.
But I saw a post saying that Kim K is in shambles because Ye normally picks her fits out. And now Ye's not around to be picking her fits.
For real.
So Kim K is having a BF.
A bitch fat.
Correct. So I'm just saying it's a possibility. Kim might be back.
You think she's like ugly crying in her fucking massive closet?
Exactly.
Because she doesn't know what top
I don't know. It must have been like on
pants.
I don't even know if that show's on anymore. Keeping Up with the fucking bitch knits.
It is still going on. Her son just found her sex tape on the most recent episode.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Hype, dude. Wow. He's in for a surprise, bro. His mom gives crazy top.
Anyway, yeah, I did like Kanye on this song "Keep It Burning" with Future. I don't know. I just have a very strong feeling when I think I know if an artist is better on features or better on making an album. And I don't know. I feel like I've already heard Future flex all of his stuff already. So it's just him flexing it again in my head. And of course, yes, some beats bang. All right. But I couldn't tell you which ones. There's 22 songs on this album. There's a lot.
There's that many.
22.
Ooh, it did feel long. And as typical, I felt like this album was stronger. It's interesting. So I do think it had parts and it had sort of a direction. I do think that this album was intentionally built the way that it was with the song structure. I think there's a reason why Future comes out aggressive And then when he links up with Drake on that one track, the Wait For You, the big hit, he starts getting all emotional about love. And then the next track is like Love You Better, I think. So that is, again, an emotional track where he's out after hanging out with Drake for one fucking day. Future's, he's babying. He's crying.
That's right. This is jogging my memory. The last song, just the beginning, I told you about because you had not listened to the album all the way through. I did, and the last song, Future's like singing, right? And he's talking about crying on your shoulder after we fuck.
He does it in multiple songs.
Yeah.
So this album has like a back and forth, like fighting emotions. We get beginning aggressive Future into lonely and sad and lonely Future.
I'll put it in more simpler terms. Where we get streets Future, and then we get in between the sheets Future.
It's deeper than that, bro. It's deeper than that.
How many sheets you got on the bed?
It's emotion, bro. It's not just street, right? It is street.
Yeah.
But break that down further, and what do you get? You get the different elements that make a real hood persona. Someone who's a real boss, like Future, which, prior to this album, I didn't know how much drugs Future did sell. Right. Apparently it was a lot, right?
Yeah. I think his drip is actually my favorite drip out of all the rap game.
Very classy.
Besides JID.
He's got professional athlete drip.
Yeah, like he's always in a fucking suit, dude.
He's got a trench coat on, like a pea coat though. Yeah, like a nice cream pea coat.
I don't know where I saw this, but like it was like him, Drake, and a bunch of other like famous rappers and artists who were all like dripped up in like medieval armor and like suits and shit. Like Drake had like the fucking Winterfell big cloak and like big pauldrons and shit.
I need to see that.
And Future had like. It looked like cheetah leather, but, I mean, he had, like, a giant fucking sword, big cape.
I wonder if it was for a video.
I don't know. I wish I knew what that video was. Or
let me get back to the breakdown. It's a album of conflicting emotion, I think, after being betrayed by somebody. The album is called I Never Liked You, meaning this person that he's with is now not there. This is how I interpreted it, right? Like you get in a breakup, you go like, I never liked you anyway. Right. Or somebody betrays you and they don't want to be your friend anymore. They hurt you. I never liked you anyway. It's a defense mechanism, bro. Right. This is a defensive album from Future. Yeah. He's aggressive, then he's lonely. Right. But then he gets back on his hood shit. Right. On shit. I think it's called like Gold Stacks. And there's a couple other songs in there like Massaging Me. Bitch massaging me. Right. Something.
She's slobbing
me. He gets hood, but then he goes back in and out of the love shit. So he gets like these small pain. He's like remembering how lonely he is, covering that up with the thug persona. And by the end of it, it's kind of a shallow take too, because he doesn't really ever give in to that emotional side. Like, right. On the Drake song, he lets Drake kind of take it, right? I mean, Future doesn't really give you a whole lot of insight. On the other song, the one after, I think it's Love You Better or something like that. That one is like the best. That and Voodoo are the best two songs in this album of him being emotional and not a total straight savage.
Wait For You with Drake and Thames.
What's the next song?
Love You Better.
Love You Better. That and Voodoo with Kodak, which we got Kodak singing, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, Kodak's turned it into a little singer.
Did you like I'm On One with Drake?
No. Trash.
I thought it was going to be like a remix of the old I'm On One beat.
Right, which was a great beat.
DJ Khaled.
Another one.
We the best.
Ooh-wee, ooh-wee.
What is that, dude?
Ooh-wee,
you sound like a retarded.
That's the sound of the song.
Donnie Thornberry.
That's the sample of the song.
Dude, it's not,
ooh, bro. Ooh,
dude, that's
I'm on one. Fuck it, I'm on one. We're going to get copy strikes on that just because it sounds so similar.
Major key.
All in all, I don't think that this album was great.
Yeah. But this does put this in perspective for me, at least. Like, I didn't really go that far in depth. I tried to, but I was trying to make steps towards it.
It's fine.
I could tell it was like aggressive. and then it got softer. But like, I don't know. I just don't see Future as soft, so it caught me off guard.
I think because he's got a wall up, pretty heavy wall. I think this would have been a better album if we got more of a resolution to the conflict. Like, get over it.
Right.
Maybe that's the next album though.
Get over.
I'm over you.
Right.
It's the next one,
but
and
not
it's just
really.
Gonna be all
and it's just
singing.
him crying.
All
crying.
right. Should we do our next album, which is much shorter?
Let's go into the next album.
Give me a little lick on where we're going with this. What was the album? Who was it? And what'd you think?
We're talking about IDK. We're talking about the album Simple.
Yes.
And we're talking about someone who is just completely crushing their own type of music artistry and just absolutely plunging into the music industry and just putting his foot in it.
For sure, putting his foot in it, dude. Potentially the crispiest artist out there right now.
I've been saying this since we've been listening to IDK, right? Like
since back in the dizzle.
Since, I don't know, I mean, it's probably been 2 years now, like 2020.
Since when he put out Does He Exist?
Yeah.
The album where it was him with goats on the front.
Yeah.
I mean, before that was I've Been Very Bad or something like that. And IDK and Friends.
Right.
We found out about IDK through Denzel.
Yes, him, but also GID. Because it was Kenny Mason, GID, IDK on Serial.
Sure. That came out with his most recent album, though.
Serial?
You See For Yourself. Yeah, that was released on You See For Yourself.
Oh, okay.
The deluxe.
Oh, okay.
We've known about him for longer than that. But he's a Maryland guy.
Mm-hmm.
And he is interesting in that he fully embodies this artistic, high fashion, very like posh sensibility to a rapper.
Yeah.
He's always like, he's a pretty guy, dude. Like he's a pretty human being.
For some reason,
first of all.
My first thought was like, is this guy gay? Because he's got like such a clean skin.
So
like,
clean, bro.
So smooth.
Dude, straight guy's skin.
His lips are so fucking plump, dude. I want to pluck him.
I want to feed him a cherry.
Yeah, and I just want to watch him go.
That's too far.
No,
I want him to just bite it and be done with it.
No. I want him.
I want him to bite it.
Just
eat. I want him to bite it like that. And I want him to take the stem with him and then return me the stem tied.
Yeah. I was gonna say something along those.
But
lines.
he's always got like a big fucking like this is the kind of guy who's wearing like a pearl earring, bro. Like
that and like a fucking do rag, but it's like psychedelic.
But
like
not even
colors.
a do rag, like some motherland type like Ghanaian headdress, something that's like beautiful African fabric,
something that looks so good on dark skin,
like the
bright
shit, like
orange.
He's like
yellow.
the male version of Little Sims, kind of like Little
You think
Sims
so?
has that like African drip, that Nigerian drip.
Yeah,
I would not be surprised, and I don't want to ever sound like I'm insensitive, but I wouldn't be surprised if he had like that Nigerian heritage.
Yeah,
because I get the same vibe from the both of them, like in terms of the fashion, the beauty. Like they both got the beauty going on.
Yeah,
like the Nigerians are some beautiful people.
Yes,
like, let's just admit that.
Yeah,
they're way better.
Good bone structure.
Right. The Irish.
I mean, they look like potatoes, right? But anyway, back to the music. Yes, this is a shorter album. I think there's only like 9 or 10 songs off this album.
Not even, dude. Maybe like, I mean, there's interludes and like skits, which is like, it's interject. So it's got this. It's called Simple. The front cover is like this abstract rendition of IDK wearing like what we just described, like almost a silk headdress.
Yeah.
And
there are 8 songs on this album.
Okay. And it opens up with Drugstore.
It does open up with Drugstore.
So Drugstore, then the following one is like Paris to
Southeast to Paris.
Southeast to Paris. So it's this already like jet set lifestyle theme. And it starts off with this like female comedian. Did you catch that? Like telling this joke about the first black pilot.
Yeah. I
don't know who the comedian was, but I was thinking it sounded like Miss Pat, or I don't know who it is.
No, it's definitely not Miss Pat.
Anyway, the joke starts and it ties the front and the back of the album together. And the first beginning is Paris to southeast, or the other way? Southeast to Paris.
Southeast to Paris.
And then the end of this album is Paris to southeast.
Correct.
So this album is like a small trip to Paris.
Yeah.
Fashion district.
Right.
High living. Gourmet food.
Right.
Jewelry.
Right.
Bitches. But what's interesting is that the content of the album is about real ass shit. Drugs, police brutality, crime, race relations.
Yeah.
It's got all that shit in it under this concept of living lavish.
Yeah. Existential, like, lifestyle.
And almost escapism. Like, I'm taking this trip to Paris,
right.
but what's on my mind is everything going on back home.
Right.
And, you know, that's exemplified on, like, drugstore.
Yeah.
The name of his drugstore. Dog food, which
with Denzel Curry, which comes
slang.
after Southeast to Paris.
You know what dog food is slang for?
No.
Heroin.
Really?
Yeah.
I also learned that wiping somebody's nose is slang for killing him.
Yup.
I didn't know that.
She wiped his nose with a slat. Yeah, she killed him.
Wow.
Dog food, short for heroin. That song him and Denzel do, the chorus is, the block is hot, the block is hot,
right.
the block is hot, the block is hot. That's Lil Wayne. Speaking of what you were saying earlier, you know, G's moving sounds like lasagna.
Right.
So we got an actual like callback to Lil Wayne on the block is hot. And they are rapping about drugs.
He was a D-boy.
D-boy for life.
He was a D-boy.
IDK and Denzel rap about drugs and the impact that they have on their community. You know, seemingly on an album about a trip to Paris. So, Denzel, I think this is his first feature since Melt My Eyes. That I've heard.
A feature? I
would
would assume so, yeah. No, it's been 2 months now because
since Melt
My Eyes came out in March.
Oh my god.
That was March, bro.
Wow, you're right. Wow, time's flying.
But you're right. That was the first feature, I think, after his album.
But after Dog Food, Denzel gives a great verse. In like now we've got this post Melt My Eyes Denzel where like all of his verses are going to be just so tuned in, I think, to the same shit. He's got so much social commentary going on, and IDK is like ironically also doing this social commentary, which is interesting because he puts so much production value into his music that you don't really get if you don't take a minute to listen to what he's rapping about. You just hear a very well constructed song. Yeah. Oh, which by the way, didn't even mention, it's a collaboration album between IDK and KAYTRANADA.
Who's that?
KAYTRANADA is a producer. Produces a lot of high profile work.
Oh, okay.
I can't think of one off the top of my head, but I know KAYTRANADA did work with Vic Mensa and Vince Staples.
What, like on Big Fish Theory or something like that?
No, that wasn't KAYTRANADA. We'll look it up. I don't have the information right now.
Right.
But
I did like Breathe on this album, and I like Taco. Those are
great.
good songs.
Is that Pussy?
Yeah, I would assume so. Breathe was like pretty much about sex too.
And it was like not a lot of lyrics.
Right.
Just like kind of the beat was what drove that song. Very like 90s kind of style to it too. Did you hear that like in there?
I mean, I think whatever he's doing, he needs to just keep doing it because it's hard for me to figure out like what kind of song or like what kind of sound he's putting out. But whatever it is, I like it. I like it a lot.
He's good at kind of everything he's done so far.
Yeah.
Heavy trap bangers like what was King Alfred's Plan with Yachty.
Yeah. And
he can hit that
and
make it sound good, or Cereal can sound good, but also Dog Food can sound good.
What was it? Wasn't he on Christie with A$AP Ferg?
Christie Yamaguchi, baby.
Trench coat mom is a go gadget.
Oh, so good.
But that's Denzel actually.
But it is so good.
Yeah. But yeah, like short and sweet. I mean, I didn't realize he was putting anything out. And
Nor did I.
This caught me off guard, and I think this actually dropped, I mean, a couple weeks ago.
Last Friday.
But you and Alex were talking about Dog Food and how good it was when it dropped with the single while I was, in Europe. And, I was essentially partying with him, in Europe.
Because on his way to Paris, you were in
Right.
Amsterdam buying clogs.
Right. And I was buying more than clogs.
You were buying an experience you won't soon forget.
Correct. And,
Pussy.
well, yes. Oh, boy. Yeah, I don't know. Just, I really think that he is, like I always was saying, like he sounded like the young Kanye that just had so much life in his voice. And he was like just doing crazy shit with the beats. And what he's actually talking about is another layer deeper than what you can like zone out in like airplane mode to, because like that's always the first step, is to catch somebody with a beat that can hook you in and a good voice, right? And then the next step is, okay, they're rapping. What are they rapping about, right? And then the next layer is, okay, they're saying this, but what are they actually insinuating?
Yeah.
What are they intentionally trying to put in your mind that may not actually be what they're saying?
I think great artists suffer from that.
They suffer from
And I'm going to relate this to Kendrick because I think that there's a lot of frustration to be had when you are a talented musician, artist, and you are trying to portray a message, but people get caught up in what the song sounds like because naturally our brain focuses on production. And we were guilty of it for a long time. Like we said that for a long time, a good song does not need good lyrics.
Right.
It just needs good production.
Right.
The lyrics can be trash.
Right.
I've since changed a bit. I think that lyrics and a worse beat can make a good song.
Yeah.
Or diverse beat, I should say. I think you always need to have quality instrumentals and shit. But Kendrick has this crazy message. Like, for example, King Kunta or Blacker the Berry or Humble or DNA. Like, those songs are hits. And when you sing them, you know some of the lyrics. You don't even know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Blacker the berry, sweeter the juice. You're not thinking about what you're actually saying. You're just, you like the song and the way it sounds, and your brain just wants to be a part of that.
Yeah.
I got loyalty, got royalty inside my DNA. You're not thinking about what that means. You're just ready for the next verse and for that sweet, sweet bass to hit you.
And not just Kendrick Lamar suffers from this. Rage Against the Machine also suffered from this.
System of a Down.
So heavy with just how grungy they got, how just fucking dirty they did, but the lyrics are like talking about like going against the system, fuck the government, fuck all the politicians, like
so what? I won't do what you tell me.
Yeah,
so
that. There was another song that came up on my playlist the other day. I was
Bulls on Parade.
Bulls on Parade, yes, but there was another one. I fucking forget. Rage Against the Machine. I don't know, but it was funny because there was a politician that came out and was like, "Yeah, I love Rage Against the Machine. Whatever. Like this band is so great."
Hey, are you stupid?
And Rage Against the Machine reached out and was like, "You're a fucking moron because this song is about how you were corrupt.
You are the problem."
Yeah, and it's like that's the exact issue. Like, I still stand by what I say when it doesn't matter what the lyrics are in the mass population's eyes. If you make a banger fucking song, the lyrics could be absolute garbage. And like, look at TikTok. You have lyrics that could just mean some stupid shit, but as long as a beat or like some sort of tune hits you the right way, your fucking body just gets the jitters.
I mean, Future on the album said, "Put it in her butt, make her pee pee."
He stole my flow, right?
Young Thug said
he got higher as the bar ended.
Young Thug said, "Put a diamond in her butt. I see it shining when she nut."
Yeah.
That's fire, right? It's kind of fire.
Kind of.
Gunna said she pointed out nut stains on my Gucci sweater.
Right.
Motherfucker was out and about with nut stains on his $2,000. Like, these guys are fucking children.
Yeah.
But we're going to sit there and be like, I can bust a bitch up for a nut. You know, we're gonna sing that shit.
I'm gonna cry on your shoulder.
When you're in that mood, right? Like, it's very interesting. You got to be in a very specific mood to actually listen to lyrics.
Yeah, you have to.
And that is a mode. Like, that is a small percentage of your life that you're ready to sit down and listen to that. Because otherwise, you just want to do this, bro. You just want to put the samurai sword in
easy.
and pull it out.
It's easy to pull the samurai sword out.
Beat.
It's easy to do that.
But IDK is well on his way to becoming, I think, like one of the most.
He's so underrated.
What's the word? Not concentric. Eccentric artists in the game.
I think he's got that energy, bro.
Oh, how about the Mike Dimes track? Do you like that?
Oh, yes, with fucking Mike Dimes. That caught me so off guard.
Our boy Mike Dimes is getting clout.
With IDK, who's to say with Mike Dimes he could be featured now on a fucking Drake album or
He's
something?
stepping up the ladder.
I mean, he went from we almost calling him to now he's featured to IDK.
We did reach out. We were like, hey, Mike Dimes. Before In Dimes We Trust came out.
We weren't going to pay him.
Back when D-Log came out, we reviewed D-Log.
Double MOG.
We were like, yo, Mike Dimes, love your shit. Would love to talk to you on the podcast. And he liked it.
He liked our shit.
And I was like, that's permission.
Right.
Yeah, that's permission.
And we were playing his shit on the podcast.
Oh, fuck me, dude.
But anyway, tune in this weekend when we interview a special artist on Saturday. And we're going to have that posted later on.
Should we just tell them who it is?
No.
I think we're going to put out both of these on the same day.
You think so?
I think this episode this will be Monday, and
then this will be
15th.
And
no,
then
16th.
Right. And then it'll be a special slammer.
And I think on the same day we drop the interview, or potentially maybe we wait a day to give the episode some legs.
Right.
To run on. But then we have an interview coming up with an artist that we love on this podcast, somebody that we've been looking forward to talking to for a long time.
Yeah.
Super great album that we reviewed on the podcast.
A couple albums we reviewed.
That's true, actually.
Two, we reviewed two. Slug Smoke and Mirrors.
We're giving it away now.
And we also have Silky Joints volume, I think 4 or 5. I'm not quite sure. But I listened to pretty much all of them.
I'm so excited.
We're real hype. So tune in next week when we post this shit. And hopefully we got some more Zuck Bucks coming our way because your boy's making cash.
Look, man, go on Instagram. You can find our link tree now. We have a link tree which shows you all of the places that you can enjoy the podcast. Definitely watch us on YouTube. Hit the little thumbs up button down there, the bell, subscribe to the podcast, baby. Drop a comment. We'd love to hear from you. And if you want us to really hear from you, go to anchor.fm/Wazoo podcast and leave us a voice message, which we will play on an episode and directly address.
Hey, do this when you go there too. Take this and go drop that bag.
Drop a bag for your boys here at OutTheWazoo. This has been episode 155. It's been a pleasure, and we'll be back next week with our Kai 45 interview.